Ooh, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's happening? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what time it is. All right, sometimes the days be switching out and stuff like that. And that's all right. That's all right. We just here to do what we do. We here to learn what we learn. And we just here just to talk, man. We here to talk. We here to hang out. We here to do whatever we got to do. So go ahead, grab your snacks, grab your drink. Go ahead and tell somebody about this. Say, hey, look, Perkins is back on YouTube. So he's back to doing videos. I mean, he does it like once a week or once every other week, but still he's back to doing videos. I heard that comment. It's all right, though. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I never left, but I just gotta dude. I just been doing a lot of stuff. Okay, been doing a lot. Okay. Now I have a video. This video here for y'all. Um, let me tell y'all something. Before I bring stuff to you guys, I gotta do the research first to make sure I know what I'm talking about, so that people don't be like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." So I gotta do the research first before I can tell y'all about stuff that I've been learning. Because I want y'all to know that I know what I know, you know? And you don't want to just be like hearing somebody and just be like, oh my God, he's just talking just to talk. No, you want somebody who's knowledgeable on what they're talking about before they start telling you what they are talking about, right? I know, I get it. Y'all never had Big Red before, Big Red soda? Y'all have got to try it. I don't know if they can get this anywhere. I don't think they can get this anywhere but Texas. Big Red Soda is actually pretty good, y'all. And I'm smelling something that's smelling good, and I don't know what it is. It might be me. I don't know. But anyway, so, right. So every year, actually, okay, let me start off like this. Let me start off like this. Let me start off like this. Let me start off like this, right? So for me, I'm not a political person. I don't like politics. I don't care for politics. Oh, then why are you talking about it? I don't know, because I just want to talk about something, and I'm so sorry. I just want to talk about something. Okay, it's okay. Okay. So anyway, I'm not real politic. I'm not really a politic type of person. I'm not that type of guy. I am the type of guy that I don't want to say goes with the flow because that's not me. I don't really go with the flow a lot of times. I don't know what type of guy I am. I'm just a type of guy, okay? I am a type of guy that's for the people. You understand what I'm saying? If it betters the people, let's go ahead and do it. If it don't better the people, let's not go ahead and do it. And I know what y'all thinking, well, Donald Trump is not bettering the people. Well, that's your opinion. Now, is it my opinion that he's better than people? I can't give you that assumption. I can't give you that assumption. I don't know. I keep my views and opinions quiet. Wanna know why? Because of people like y'all and y'all and y'all. People like everybody. Because everybody has a different opinion about Donald Trump. Everybody has a different opinion about Elon Musk. Everybody has a different opinion about Chuck Schumer. Everybody has a different opinion about Barry Sanders. Is it Barry Sanders? The old guy. That one. Everybody has opinion about Monica Lewinsky. Everybody has a different opinion about somebody else. And a lot of times what you don't want to do is that you don't want to always bring in your opinion into something because you don't know how this person's going to take. Now, if somebody asks you for your opinion, bring it in. Bring it in all day, whatever. Bring in your opinion. If somebody asks you for your opinion on something, give them your opinion. Let them know what you think. Let them know what you feel. Let them know whatever because they asked you for it. But if nobody asks for your opinion, stay quiet. Stay quiet. But anyway, so I've been doing some research, y'all, and I've been looking on this topic ever since day one. And the day one was January 20th. Okay. January 27th. Okay. January 27th. I've been looking at this topic because this topic has been a widespread topic across the board. I'm going to tell you why it has been a widespread topic. Because the president decided that it should have been a widespread topic. Not that he decided that it should be a widespread topic. It just became a widespread topic because he signed the legislator. He signed um what's that thing called? He signed an executive order on this topic, DEI. He signed an executive order. But like I said, for me, I don't really know much about politics. I don't know much of that. All I know is every 4 years, I think it is, we get a new president. Every 6 years, we get a new mayor, maybe 10 years governor, 12 years governor. Either way, every year something happens in politics. Every year something happens in politics. I will state that claim. Every year something happens in politics. We don't really know nothing about it, okay? But there's a lot of stuff that goes on in politics that either we are quiet on or either we just stay silent. And a lot of times, that's not a bad thing. It's not. But DEI. So every year, right? Every year, a president, right? Every year, a president, they put into order either a DEI thing or an affirmative action. So affirmative action was back in, okay, it was a few years ago, a lot of years ago. Before DEI came along, affirmative action came along, right? So affirmative action basically is like affirmative action, and I'm going to read this off for a second, but I'm going to tell you my opinion, okay? How I view it, okay? So affirmative action is basically, it's like, for what okay, all right. I read this, okay? I read this. All right, forgive me. But affirmative action basically is like you giving, someone is giving a group of people what they deserve, or or giving them a better outcome on their life, you know? So basically, like black folks, right? So black folks, we are not known for going beyond, especially in school, education, and all that. We're not known for that. So what certain colleges do is that they have an affirmative action and they try to help us, black folks, in the way that we can better ourselves. You got that? Now, it's not a bad thing now. But yet, they have done away with that now. Certain schools have done away with it. Certain colleges have done away with it. Certain schools have done away with it. Certain places have done away with it because they were like, well, we don't need affirmative action no more. Because why? Because we have DEI now. So I'm going to read this real quick about affirmative action, though. Affirmative action focuses on measurable outcomes and gives preferences to underrepresented groups in hiring and education. Basically, what I just said, right? The black folks, right? Because that's, I'm black, so I can talk about what I know, okay? But it's basically giving you an opportunity in this place now, or in education now, just to get back what you owe, right? And then it targets specific outreach and remedial measures, right? Now, DEI. Now, I have searched up DEI, and I am going to tell you, I have learned nothing. I've learned nothing, y'all. I've been confused the whole time because I've been reading articles after articles after articles, and I don't understand what they're talking about. So I just get lost in the sauce. So I don't know. But I will tell you though, DEI, full DEI. So affirmative action now has now become obsolete, and DEI is now the umbrella now. DEI is the umbrella of everything, including EEO, equal employment opportunity. But DEI doesn't just focus on EEO. Doesn't focus on just EEO. DEI is more of like the brand, it's the umbrella of everything, right? It's what's going to cover you, especially in the workforce, in educational systems, in every single system. DEI would and should cover you as a human being. Now, this is what DEI is supposed to do. So DEI is a holistic approach to creating an inclusive environment for all people. Inclusive environment for all people. So basically, we're not trying to single out anybody. You're gay, you're straight, you're a transsexual, you don't know what you are. You want to be a man sometimes you want to be a woman sometimes you just want to be like, you know what? I just don't know what I am today. DEI helps you out because it's saying that we're not going to exclude you beyond your religion, beyond your sexuality, beyond whatever. We're going to include you no matter what. So I can't discriminate against someone who's transsexual. I can't discriminate against someone who's like, well, I'm a man today, and tomorrow I love me some titties, so I might become a woman. But I can't discriminate that. Let's move on. Values diverse perspectives and promotes cultural competence. Aims to create cultures of belonging and equality. But the problem with this is, right? Problem with DEI is that so it aims to create cultures of belonging and equality, right? So it aims to create cultures. So what you have is this, right? You have BLM, you have LBGT, you have LBGT plus, you got LBGT plus plus, you got okay, all right, y'all get it, okay, you know. So you have all of this, right? So you have so you have those type of groups, right? Let's just think about it. Think about what other groups you got. So you got all these groups, right? DEI created these groups because it says it creates cultures of belonging and equality. Because if I don't belong, so for me as a man, I'm a straight man, right? Now I have to figure out where I belong in this pathway of life. You understand what I'm saying? So if I say, you know what, um, I like being a woman, man. Something about it, man. Something about it makes me okay. So now, if I want to go, be like, you know what, the transsexuals, man, they the peoples, man. So now I am going to be a part of that community. I'm going to be a part of that culture because why? Because that culture makes me feel safe, makes me feel good, makes me feel like I am doing my part in society. So now, if that's what it is, then I'm going to be part of that group. You understand what I'm saying? It aims to create cultures of belonging and equality. Reason why I say that there's a problem with that is that because you have so many groups of people, right? And you have all these groups, but not all these groups always align with each other. Why? Because we're different. We're different now. So now you have BLM over here. You got the Black Lives Matters. You got the Police Lives Matters over here. You got Firemen Lives Matters over there. You got White People Lives Matters over there. You got this. You got that. You got that. And all these groups are just creating diversion with one another. Y'all getting this? There's no unity though with the groups. So DEI will be more effective. And now I'm not saying it's effective or ineffective. Okay, stay with me though. But it would be more effective if all these groups came together and say, hey, listen, what we want in life, this is what we want, right? This is what we want. This is what we stand for. This is what we want. But we don't want to exclude anybody. But we want y'all to know that our lives matter, man. The way you treat us matters. The way that we want to put our footprints on this earth, that matters. I'm talking about BLM. That matters. So we want to be treated the same way that you would treat a white person. We want to be treated the same way you do the white guys. We want to be treated the same. We may not look the same. We may not act the same. We may be wild and rowdy. We may be off the charts. We may be a little different, but we want to be treated the same. We want to be looked at the same. We want the same opportunity. Now, if they had that type of unity and not just the diversion, right? The diversion part. They had that type of unity, then we would get somewhere in life. Then DEI would be more effective in life. Let's continue. So it encourages deeper engagement and appreciation of differences and includes practices like employee training, resource networks, and recruiting practices. Now, hold on a second. Diversity, equity, inclusion, DEI, is a broader approach than affirmative action, which focuses more on remedial measures. Affirmative action focuses on specific remedial measures, but both are important tools for creating a more equitable and an inclusive society. Both are important when you're looking at it. When you take a step back and say, both are important when it comes to DEI and stuff like that. Now, I will say this. When it comes to DEI on not just the employment level, right? Not just employment level, not just on the groups levels, but in education is where DEI matters the most too. Because it's the history. Because you got to be able just to tell these kids nowadays what went on years ago and what's still going on today. But you can't give kids history that is acceptable or loving or this or that. Give the kids a history that is dirty, negative, raw type of history. That's what these kids need. And it's not to make the kid feel bad because you're white or make the kid feel bad because of this, make the kid feel bad. No. It's like, dude, this is what went on in history. History isn't just something that's just so warm and cuddly like a little Care Bear type of thing. History is rough, man. That's why when they were tearing down these statues, I was like, why? Leave it up. That way we can know what our history is. And not just that, oh, well, they were just the general of the South, or they were the leader of the Indians or the leaders of the white folks, and they got the white folks and the Indians together. No. What is that? What does he also represent? Let me tell you, there is plenty of history in New York City, Harlem. There's plenty of history in Harlem. There's so many names of men who will have their own street, who have their own building, who have their own library, who have their own whatever. But I wonder how many people really know what that person stood for. And I'm not saying, oh, well, you're black, you should know your history. I'm not saying that. Because white folks, you should know your history too. I'm just saying, man. It ain't a white black thing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. But yeah, I'm just saying, man, that whether you're white, whether you're black, you should know your history. And knowing about these black inventors, these black politicians, all these people, yeah, all that's important. All of that's important. And yes, it's Black History Month. Power to the people, man. But know your history before anything else, man. Because your history is so important. Like your family history is important, the worldview history is important. And that is what will set up this generation for success. So now here's a big question now. I know you want to ask it. Should we get rid of DEI practices? Personally, I wouldn't. That's just me personally. And I'm just on I'm on a level 1 experience. I'm on a level 1 battlefield. I'm on a level 1 playground. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying I don't matter, because I matter. Like, I matter, okay? But I don't know if, and I really can't say that certain people who are in office, that they know what they're doing, and this is why they decided to get rid of certain practices, or they decided that it no longer serves it no longer serves a purpose to do what this program or thing is doing, because sometimes they don't even know what they're doing. But what I think it is that a lot of times, when it comes to certain people being back in office or certain people being in office, is that so and so did this or so and so set it up in this way, and I don't like so and so, so I'm just going to reverse what they did. And I think that's what it is, mainly. And that's the problem. Fully. That is the problem. That's the problem. Because you're not coming into the office saying, okay, well, I see DEI being ineffective because of A, B, C, D, F, G, and now I think that we should cut the program or cut DEI in altogether. Because let me tell y'all something. For certain people who are in office, they can no longer stand up, and there's been certain things that was made for that person, or DEI serves a purpose. But what purpose it serves, that's up to the individual to decide that. It's not up to me, it's not up to anybody else. But if you're going to cut something, like I said before, I know I did. But if you're going to cut something, put something else into that place. And don't cut whatever you want to cut before you got something else in place. Come on, man. Like, you want to get rid of something? That's fine, get rid of it. But what are you going to put in place of that thing that you got rid of? What are you going to put in place of the thing you just got rid of? That is something to think about. Something to think about. Like, yeah, okay, the program stanked. I was gonna say the other S word, but I'm a Christian. I can't say that, okay? But yeah, the program stinks. Okay, so what are we gonna put in place of that program now? The program was ineffective. Okay, what are we gonna put in place of that program? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do that will better serve the people and us? But a lot of times, what we have is that what's going to be better serve us, the government, before it can better serve the people. And there's a lot of oh man, I think next time I'm going to talk about the governmental programs, and how I feel about that. So you might want to stick around for that. But yeah, what's going to better serve the people? Because the government is supposed to be for the people, and lately that hasn't been the case. Years after years, that has not been the case. But anyway, I'll be seeing y'all next time. Be talking to y'all next time because past my time. Later, y'all.